It has been 6 months since I said no to my job and yes to my passions. Let's get into the video. Dear Nia, also known as Niva Nivea, I am back again with another video. It has been 3 weeks since I posted my last videos, and they're supposed to be every week, but I recently gave birth, and so I was valid for that pause. So today I thought that we'd do something different, something that I don't typically do, which is a Q&A, because a few people asked a couple questions, and I would love to get them answered and let people know who I am. First off, my name is Nia. I go by Niva Nivea as my artist name and Nini Marie as my other artist name, as some people don't know that I am a Christian artist. I am in my mid-20s. I may not look like it some days, and other days I look like I'm probably pushing 30. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Anyways, the point of this video is I asked people on Instagram to give me questions that they would like to be answered, questions that people would like to know. I decided to write these questions on my iPad. But first, I'm gonna put this bonnet on because I kind of feel crusty, and it's just one of those days. The first question is, what inspired you to make art, and what's your favorite memory that involves art? So what inspired me to make art? Honestly, I don't think anything really inspired me until I just started seeing people do art. I was 6 years old when I first started getting into art. I always grew up with my grandma telling me that I would become a famous known artist one day, which I low-key kind of doubt because there's so many artists in the world. But what are the chances that I end up being that one? My first characters was drawing an anime character from Death Note. Never really watched it, but I was like, he's so cute. This was middle school. And I had often breaks in my art and times when I actually resumed. So, I just came off one like 8 months ago and started, being consistent with art for the past 8 months. What is my favorite memory that involves art? In high school, we were told to draw a portrait of ourselves, and I never knew that I had it in me to shade or even draw a portrait of myself. This is where I really learned patience and how to actually just be consistent on the art that I'm currently working on. I had to work on that portrait for about a whole week and a half and have it due, so it pushed me to finish. I'm kind of sad that I don't have it. It got thrown away or it got ripped or torn or something. I don't know, but I really missed that piece. It was really a good piece. This person said, I love your videos. How did you find your art style? Because I'm still finding mine. I grew up watching a whole bunch of Disney movies, and then later on in my middle school years, I watched a lot of Cartoon Network. And here and there some anime, but I wasn't really huge on anime. I just loved seeing the characters on Safari and then trying to draw them. What honestly pushed my style was, Disney, of course, just loving how Disney princesses, oh my gosh, oh, a mourning dove just got on my balcony. I wish I could have caught that. What really pushed my art style was just Disney and loving seeing how the people draw like the princesses, and just seeing just the animation and how much work goes behind creating Disney movies. But my ultimate push was Cartoon Network. The videos that I love are, they're always the drawing this character in my style type videos. So it was awesome to see things like that as well, which helped to push my style. Another question is, how old are you and how long have you been married? I'm 25 and I've been married for a year. I would like to say that marriage is not a contract, it's a covenant. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a believer in Christ, so of course I would say that. What is your favorite medium of art to create and that your favorite to enjoy? So my favorite medium of art, at least right now, is clay. I love sculpting and I love working with clay. I have finally came up with my own characters. And not that I didn't have my own characters to begin with, but I finally perfected my characters and now I have my own. And on top of that, like, my favorite thing that I enjoy is clay, because I'm a sensory person. I really need like sensory stuff in general. Like when I have stress, I go to my clay. But one thing that I'm working on is being consistent with making what I have. So, that's that. I do love sketching. Sketching is why I became an artist in the first place. But at the same time, I just really love the texture and the feeling of clay and being able to create my things in 3D form versus having like a 2D But yeah, guys, this video is pretty short, but thank you for watching. And if you have any more questions, I would love to answer them in another video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And if you would like to see more things, join my polls on my post on YouTube. Anywhere across platforms, you can follow me on Niva Nibea. Thank you for watching.